We're starting soon. And as always, Brad doesn't know how to behave, so he's out. And we got guests today.
I got you, motherfuckers.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show number 3535. And we're here with none other than... We're starting off with a burp already. All right,
Shut.
don't want to burp into the microphone. So today... Well, I don't know what Brad's doing out here, but, as always, it is the Nerdy Chicano here to host the show. Alongside my wonderful, wonderful co-host, known as Young Yoda. How are you doing today, Brad?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Another beautiful afternoon. What time is it? Quarantine time.
I'm like 43, dude.
I'm on beer 3. I don't know.
You're on beer 3. All right. Well, today we're also being accompanied by some wonderful guests here. You may see, you've seen one before. She's been on this show. She's been on the Cinema Condition on a lot of shows. That is none other than Queen Weeb herself.
Thanks. Hi.
All right.
Why she decided to come back, I don't know.
No,
Why did you agree to this?
Back, Brad.
Why did you agree to come back?
Right. I know.
And none other than for making her first appearance. And I've never talked to this person, but we're going to have a fun time here because, it's the first time ever on something like this. And you know how much I love first timers, right, Brad?
You're not supposed to say that live on air.
That definitely comes out differently.
Not supposed to say that live on air, Ro.
No, first time.
No.
Yeah.
That's how I don't know. We're going to have to put parental guidance here.
Yeah. We need adult here.
I need an adult.
It's none other than Miss Jovanka. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. I guess we have to introduce ourselves, right, Brad?
Sure. We kind of just did that, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to Jovanka here. Look, this is basically thing 1. I'm thing 1, and this is thing 2 over here, right next to me.
Yeah, that's about right.
Welcome to the live show. This is the show.
Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. That's basically what it is. Welcome to the live show. This is a show where idiots come out for like an hour and a half, and we act like dumbasses, and we basically talk about all this other stuff. And then, at the last 2 minutes of the show is when we actually talk about our our actual topic we had to talk today, which is none other than Christopher Nolan's new trailer for Tenet, which looks absolutely fucking fantastic, if you'd ask me.
I haven't seen it. Sorry.
Now, what are you talking about? You react to my Facebook post.
Oh, yeah, that post.
That doesn't mean she actually watched it.
Well,
she was just like, hey, I'm happy you have this. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
He did that to me last time. I said, oh, you like this picture I posted? And he's like, I haven't liked anything. I'm like, dude, I liked it. I saw it.
Jesus Christ. Hold on, look.
Raul's just swiping right on Instagram. That's what he's doing.
Basically, yeah. But no, that's what I do with the fucking stories. I just like...
It wasn't a story. It was an actual post.
You were asking if I had liked it in that moment. And I was like, how am I supposed to like it?
I never said, Raul, have you liked this at this moment? I just said, you liked the picture.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a nice picture. Very.
No Generation Z gets that reference, so just show my age.
Jerry's great. Jerry.
Uncultured here. My bad.
No, she just uses the complaint that she was born in a different country. She doesn't know all these different references, right?
Hey, it's true.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it's going to be a fun day today. Of course, we have our talk about Tenet at the end. We're going to talk about the whole Snyder Cut shit, and then they're going to get mad at us, and they're probably going to make us, go to Twitter and absolutely bully us like they bullied a bunch of people, right? But, it's all good.
It's good.
I mean, Brad, I mean, who are we if we're not here to stir up the puck and pot, right?
I mean, all publicity is good publicity.
That's true, man. But, we're close to
I don't know.
Send me the hate mail.
That is just never mind. I'm not going there because we have a guest here who's not used to.
I want to know how our guest was talked into this.
Yeah, Ivanka, you want to tell us how you were talked into this?
I wasn't. I was told I was gonna listen to something, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll listen to it. And I thought I could see my soap opera like at the back. And then she was like, no, you need the camera. And I was like, okay, fine. And she was like, click the link. And I was like, okay, fine. And I'm here.
Michelle honeypotted you. She honeypotted you.
I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, well, okay.
So
you're doing perfect. Doing perfect.
Is this your first time ever on a podcast or a live stream of sorts?
Yeah, it is. It's my debut. Yeah.
All right. So this is going to determine whether you want to come back or not. Jesus Christ, you have to bring it to this show?
Is Michelle trying to start a podcast with another co-host? Is that what I'm seeing?
No, man. But
I mean, I could.
I mean, if we could do it, anybody can do it.
Oh yeah,
that's very true. I mean, I'm already a patron. I would just have to become an executive producer or.
No, you don't even have to do that. You can just you have a camera, you have a mic.
No, dude, like within you guys, like
within our guys?
Yeah.
Oh nah, bro, just get you set up with that.
Yes, get you set up. Just tell the ladies, hey, I want to be on the show on an episode, and they'll work with you. But I mean, Michelle, there's nothing wrong with being here every week. For those of you who do want to know how to be in this type of position here, Michelle gets a chance to be on the show because a patron. She's a Patreon supporter. And on our Discord, I'm always putting the link for the patrons only. So if you guys want to come in and hang out with us, remember, it is only up to 6 people that can be in here. But, we'll bring some in, bring them out. That's just how it works. Bring them out, like the good old Jay-Z said. Right, Brett?
That was well, yeah. T.I. sampled Jay-Z. So yes.
Yes. Good old Jay-Z.
I'll pretend like I know what you're saying.
yeah.
Hip-hop.
Well, look, Ivanka, I'm really, really sorry that you had to debut on this show. But Michelle wanted you to come on another show, which is notoriously known for being one-on-one only. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, this is the only time I have to say no to a guest appearing because she wanted you to come on Cinema Condition. It's like, no, bro, I'm like, I can't do that. Like, it's only one-on-one with those shows. You didn't know.
We don't know the rules, bro. Just makes them up.
I don't know. He's just like, hey, invite guests. I'm like, sure. And then you say no.
No. I never said invite guests. I said, what's it called? I'm still looking for another slot. You're like, hey, you think I can bring a friend on our episode? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you. That doesn't work on this show.
Wait. Let's say Ethan and Joel Cohen come on, and they're like, we want to be on the Cinema Condition. Are you going to pass them? Really?
Of course not. That's Ethan and Joel fucking Cohen.
Say point proven. Yeah, hypocrite. Yeah, fucking hypocrite.
If Josh and Benny Safdie want to come on the show,
see?
I would let.
Yeah, hypocrite.
Duo, okay.
Thank you. Thank you for backing me up.
You're welcome, Michelle.
We got a new person in here. We've got your
IXF.
Hi, your IXF.
Hi.
Welcome to
You're
the
not
show.
even watching the freaking show, dude. I see no viewers at the moment, so you just came in, said hi, and you came out. You get it and quit it, man. Come on. That's so fun. That's so fun, man. Whatever. It's all good. You can come back if you want. We put your comment up here. Least you could do is, come back, buy us breakfast and something, right? Just leave us like that.
I mean, rub my back or something.
I'll bring la manita rascadora. I have one of those sticks.
Oh God, my chat coming to screen. They're still there, Raul. What the fuck are you saying?
Oh crap! Well, I don't know why it says 0. Oh God, my chat coming to screen. Yeah. Oh, your IXF. We can actually put your comments on here, and we can read them.
Wow, my friend is supposed to be watching this too. Grecia lied to us. I'm gonna go and tell her off.
I'm hella broke.
Well,
I'm hella broke. Well, yeah, that's why you don't hit it and quit it, man.
Hey, no masseuse.
You're here.
Okay, Yovanka, what you gotta do is you gotta switch your chat on the side. It says live comments, and that's where we're seeing all these comments.
I see it on the screen.
No, but like on the side.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Yep. Yeah, if
You
you
put
go to
live comments, and that's that. Yuri.
Well, your IXF, I'm really
like Yuri.
Huh?
Oh, it sounds like a Japanese name.
Your IXF, we're really happy you've come into here, and even though we don't get breakfast or a back rub.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Enjoy your little cigar after hitting it. And
y'all are funny. Thanks.
I mean, the top two are funny looking, but thank you.
Yeah, the top two are funny looking. The top bottom on the bottom over here are beautiful, but us over here we're funny looking. But I want to thank you for stopping by. It's really thankful you're here. We hope you enjoy the show, and if you don't, then I understand. That's all I'll say. I understand. What is this?
Me too. This is fun.
Me too. This is fun. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Well, what generation am I?
How are we doing today, Ivanka? I want to hear what have you been up to during this wonderful quarantine?
Oh
no! Yeah,
on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I just finished school last week. I think Saturday. I had my last exam, and I finally graduated. Finished med school.
I'm sorry, the comment, not you, the comment.
Oh yeah.
Where's Alex? We need her to screenshot this.
This dude doesn't even know what's going on.
I mean, no one does.
I don't know what's going on.
No.
And she's on the show.
I'm gonna wait. I need to text Alex. I'm so sorry, Ivanka. I'm gonna text my our artist here. I need her to take a screenshot of this. What's on the live show, because this is hilarious. I don't even know what this show is about. Your IXF, we don't even fucking know what this show is about. So don't worry about it. But continue, Ivanka.
Well, I just finished 5 years worth of school, so
nice.
That was that. Yeah. I was supposed to be at my party today, but the whole situation didn't let that happen. So, 5 years and I don't get a party. So
I raise a beer to you.
There's no beers in Mexico.
That's funny. They're not selling, right?
Raise a good old water to you, my friend.
I'm for water.
Well, at least they're bringing it over here. I got Indio.
No manches.
Don't export it for the white people, but when the Mexican wants a damn beer.
Oh my god, that's so much.
It's my favorite beer. I kid you not.
It's really good. So
it really is. Dark beer is the best beer. I mean,
I feel bad now because I just found this beer because we're out of Dos Equis over in Arizona. They're just out. You. And so now Indio has randomly appeared. So I don't know.
No, it's really good. It's really good. Over here, there's no type of beer. Even the imported kind, it runs out pretty quickly.
All right, we need to do a trade for beer for toilet paper. That's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah. We're drowning in toilet
paper. Hold on, guys. I need to read chat here. I gave you a follow. Oh God, I ain't that funny. No, you are funny, your IXF. And thank you for the follow. I'm really sorry that the notification doesn't pop up here when you follow us. I don't know how to implement Streamlabs into StreamYard. So I just want to thank you so much for following us, and we're happy that you joined us. You are getting us one step closer to becoming an affiliate, my friend. Thank you.
Please listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, of course. If you ever want to listen to us and you don't catch us live, you can always catch us on YouTube. You can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
Hey, where can they find us on Patreon, Roll?
Where can you find us on Patreon? My friend, that's a really good question you ask. Right there, my friend. Right there. Right fucking
Oh my god. I was telling Raul because I was listening to some of the new episodes, and I had never listened to you guys' ads. I love your ad, Brad. I love it. You're just like, I'm supposed to be doing this ad, and
I might have been drinking a little. Might have been drinking a little.
Brad does drink throughout most of these shows. Give me a DM and I'll help you out. hold on. You're
Whoa,
right.
whoa.
Oh,
I ain't about to DM you, but you gotta take me for a couple of dinners for those, and then I'll go ahead.
wants Raul to show a little nipple.
Yeah, that's the $50 tier on Patreon. Wait,
Stream-
Streamlabs and why? Oh, because Streamlabs, if you put it into the OBS, it'll give us a notification every time you follow or somebody subs or somebody donates, and the notification will appear. But since we're not doing this through OBS, it doesn't actually appear on here. We're doing this through Streamlabs. But
we're doing this through StreamYard.
Yeah. So, but let me go ahead and put this out. Finally, put this in the chat. If you send a donation at any amount, we will go ahead and do a good old impression of Kermit the Frog, myself, or Brad can do another impression at any amount. So you can send in $1, or you can send in, 2, 3, 5. It doesn't matter. 50. We'll still do an impression. At streamlabs.com/thenerdcore. That is streamlabs.com/thenerdcore. Look, the one for Twitch is not sending. I don't know why, but just streamlabs.com/nerdcore for what's it called, impressions. So yeah, I'm making a banner for this, Brad. Can you read what the chat is saying right now?
I said give me a DM so I can help with the altar.
Alert.
Oh wait, alert. I ain't trying to dag y'all.
I'm a bug bitch.
Sorry, Raul. We tried hooking you up.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Swing and a miss.
It's okay. Always the loser, never the winner. I'm just making a banner here. Hold on. Oh, I just love you. I love you. Right, Seth, you might just be my new favorite person here. But here you go. Yeah, for impressions or questions, streamlabs.com/hardcore. And I ain't trying to dag you. I said, give me a DM so I can help with the alert. Oh, how does that? Well, I'm not about to send you my login, but I ain't trying to date you. No, it's okay, you're right, Steph. I don't want you to date me either. We're just having fun here. We're just shooting shit. Don't worry about it. But for people who want to make donations and stuff, we can get in another good old impression here or something get going in here. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. But Yovanka, congratulations on finishing 5 years of school. That's awesome.
Very impressive. Very hard thing to do.
She's in medical school in Mexico.
Oh, even better. Thank you. You're going to be helping, treat this virus.
No, I don't want to. I'm kidding. I will. I have to.
Hold on. I believe you have an oath. You swear. You don't.
I haven't. Today was the day I was going to do the whole swearing, but I ain't doing it. It's going to have to wait a bit.
I even asked the days off at work. I was supposed to be in Mexico right now at a pool party in Mexico, drinking it up, y nada.
No.
Except y'all don't have beer.
Exactly my point. I'm so upset.
This is a little bit of that white privilege, huh, Brad?
Yeah, Brad. I see what you're doing right there.
No, I think this is just called United States privilege, Raul, because I'm sure you can find beer in Texas.
Well, my dad did just pick up a couple of cases.
See, don't be starting shit with me.
You shut your mouth. Oh, I'm sorry. Brad's not white. He's Cajun. That's right. He's Cajun. I remember when you told me that.
Oh, yeah, and he just recently became Mexican, too.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, I gave Brad a card. He got the card from me.
I don't use any card, though.
Yeah. Yovanka, we like to do here. What we like to do here is, ask people what they've watched as of late, movies, TV shows, anything. Been watching anything as of late?
Oh no, I don't know.
Yes, you have. You tell me about it all the time.
No, I've been reading a lot of webtoons. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, cool, nice.
I haven't really been watching stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Batman versus Superman yesterday, but. I think that was
theatrical or the extended edition?
I don't know which one. It was 2 hours and a half. It was on
Okay,
Netflix.
no.
I don't know.
Then it's not the extended. The extended is 3 hours and 3 minutes. 5 actually.
And what's different?
Oh, there's a lot of difference. Superman actually has a story in that one. You see the whole Steppenwolf, sending the alert to Steppenwolf to come to Earth and stuff from Lex. I watched the theatrical version in theaters. I fucking hated that movie. I hated the theatrical version. But I watched the extended version and I loved it because that's actually Snyder's complete vision of the movie, what he wanted to include in it. So there's a lot more, Lewis or Lois, Brad? Lois. There's more Lois and Clark, but there's also more Superman in there, and it's just a way better movie. Plus, it has the nightmare scene, I believe. Or wait, that one's in the actual theatrical cut, right, Brad?
What nightmare scene?
Well, where Batman is in.
Yes, Batman. Yeah, that's in the actual cut.
Okay, the theatrical cut. Yeah, that nightmare scene's fucking awesome, dude. Oh, I love that.
You know what they were totally missing though, Raul?
What?
Brainiac.
Throwback to episode 4 on the podcast.
I'll pretend like I understood what Brad's trying to say.
Michelle wasn't around for that, but Michelle, we did a reaction to the not a reaction, we did a review of the Justice League trailer, and Brad he swore that Brainiac was in the trailer, and I was like, dude, Brainiac is in the trailer. The villain in this one are the parademons. He goes, oh wait, that's what those were.
I mean, it was like a quick cut. It was dark. I don't know.
You were probably having beer.
Yeah. I definitely recommend you watch the extended edition of that one. I love it. I think it's a better movie.
Yeah.
Jovanka's into a lot of Korean. She's probably watched more Korean films and Asian films than I have.
Train to Busan?
Yeah, of course. I love that movie. I love anything zombie.
Yeah.
Now you gotta do cinema conditions with it.
Yeah, of course. Have you? Hold on. This is gonna. Have you watched Old Boy?
Oh no, I haven't. I've been trying to look for it.
Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime.
Well, Amazon Prime Mexico is different from the States, right?
Yeah, it's like the same thing with Netflix and Disney Plus is not even in Mexico yet.
Well, my Shudder account expires.
There's no beer.
My
Disney Plus to be here.
There's no beer. There's no Disney Plus. What the fuck does the United States needs beer and Disney Plus for, right? It's called alcoholism. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
That's only if I go to meetings. Damn it.
Yeah. I Googled StreamYards. That one looks way different than Streamlabs, the one I use. So I can help you out if you want. I'll do some research when I wake up. It's 4:03 a.m. Jesus,
where are you, dude?
I love anything with zombie wife material right there. Okay. Trying to. Your IXF, where are you? We would like to know because
not like a pinpoint location, but an overall
exactly where you are because we don't want to invade your privacy.
Yeah, like an overall country
would be fine.
We're really
the Netherlands. What?
How random.
Netherlands.
No.
Nice.
How do you find this though? If he wasn't subbed.
Oh, because we're on the talk show and podcast. What's it called? Category. So he probably did what Eden 956 did. He looked into that.
Randomly strolled in.
We really do appreciate our international listeners and viewers. Eden 956. No, you're right, except because apparently they like us more than the actual United States viewers. Because
I don't blame them.
I don't blame. Yeah.
All we do is talk shit about stuff going on in the United States, so I would understand.
The running joke is that we cover too many international films, and they're like, "Hey, when are you going to talk about Gone with the Wind?" Stop.
I am not talking with Gone with the Wind. I'm not talking about Dances with Wolves. I'm not talking about 6-hour freaking Western movies. They ain't doing it.
No, just browsing through random things. No, thank you, your stuff. It really does mean a lot to us that you're here for to talk with us, and especially because it's 4:03 a.m. We hope that we hope that you're having fun here with us. But Jovanka.
So your IXF, are you just using this for falling asleep material? Because Rollo's voice will put you right there.
Unless he starts burping.
Yeah.
Shot.
Oh,
I mean, if you want me to make this a boring show, if you want me to make this a boring show, I can make it a boring show.
It's because Raul has this thing where he just like randomly burps throughout the whole show. So
Yeah.
Brad said that every time he says sorry, almost burped into the mic, because that's his line. Like throughout the every single show, he would always say this. Brad said you have to take a shot every time you say this.
You'll get
I
alcohol
love her.
poisoning by the end of this.
I love our inside jokes. Just like for like the first 50 episodes, we kept calling this the nerd corpse. Like
Corpse?
a corpse, like a fucking.
Dude, I didn't even know it was pronounced core.
Well, you think about the Marine Corps, the Green Lantern Corps, you know.
Dude, it's stuff I didn't never think about. That's why.
We were just trying to help everybody figure out how to spell it.
Yeah. But Train to Busan. So you haven't watched Old Boy. Please watch Old Boy. And I know this chick over here, she ain't gonna fucking watch that movie. And I've been
I
recommending
already told you I will. It's on Prime Video. I just saw it on the damn like Fire Stick saying "Old Boy" Prime Video.
Well, I'm a big fan of Korean cinema myself. I love last year's Parasite. It was the second favorite movie of.
Ooh, I saw it yesterday.
Hold on,
What'd
we're
you
gonna get your official review. We're gonna get your official review right now. But you know, I love Park Chan Wook's films, The Handmaiden, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Lady Vengeance. I'm doing like this big 75 films from Asia challenge thing where I'm watching 75 movies and reviewing every single one of them, and I've got a fucking list of Korean films I'm watching right now. So big fan. We're big fans, Brad here and I, of Korean cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They do have another vibe. They're very interesting. For example, Parasite, it did take me a minute to actually understand how I felt. And, some of those movies you have to take a minute and start, like processing what's up with them.
Mhm.
They're totally different to what you can find over here.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool.
So answer me this, as a connoisseur of Korean cinema yourself, this is what I keep saying about the genre of Korean films, about the Korean film industry. Their films usually like don't stop at all. It doesn't give you a minute to breathe. It's constantly ramping and ramping and ramping and ramping and ramping. It's like even when it gets you to that climax, that everything happens, right, the big twist, it still doesn't stop. It keeps on going. Like we all learned in elementary school, the basic structure of a story. You start like this and you keep going up, and then when you get to your climax, everything's supposed to go down. With Korean cinema, it's supposed to be like, oh wait, here's the climax. Ah, fuck it. And I'm gonna still going up. I'm still gonna go up.
Make it steep.
Wait, am I supposed to go down? No, fuck you.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Do you generally feel that way? Because that's what Brad and I have noticed, especially from the Korean directors, even when they make American films. Like they just refuse to stop. They're not.
I mean, like Snowpiercer was technically that was a U.S. movie though. But
yeah.
But
You're
the same thing.
You're IXF. Don't worry about your grammar, my friend. We understand. You're an international viewer, and English is probably not your first language. Don't worry about it.
Dude, I live here and I don't even have good grammar.
We're not going to judge you for that. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, he's asking for, or he or she is asking for introductions.
Hold on. And Brad, could y'all introduce yourself? Of course we can. You're IXF. My name is the Nerdy Chicano. I'm not going to give you my full name. You can go and check me out on the Nerdy Chicano. Yeah, I can get that. I'm a writer. I'm a director. I'm a photographer. I'm everything. I'm the creator of this wonderful podcast network you see here, and creator of this show, and I'm the host of this show. Right next to me, right here, is Mr. Brad. Can you let him know who you are?
I am the Bearded Wonder, aka Young Yoda, and I wandered onto here one day, and Raul trapped me. Please send help. Send help now. Pay me in beer.
and that's Michelle. She's a wonderful Patreon supporter of us.
Yes. I'm an old friend of Raul's, and I think I'm the same. I just wandered here, and suddenly I was like, "Oh, I'm in here too." So hi.
I'm trapped in a box.
And that's Yovanka. She's not leaving. She's here.
Yeah, she got trapped by Michelle.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tried to ask for help, but I ended up trapping her too.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah. But Yovanka, do you agree with our sentiment here about Korean cinema?
Yeah, actually, using Parasite also as an example, I remember just feeling like I was getting attacked, and I was like, okay, this can get better, and then the whole climax at the end just happens one little thing after the other. You know, like the whole party scene, that was just something different. And I just remember I was like, I can't. I'm being triple attacked by now. Like, we already had all those scenes before, and the attacks weren't gonna stop even till the last scene, where what happens. You're just like, what? What? You just need a minute to actually think of all the bad things that happened. I don't know. There's another one by the same director. It's about a monster. I don't remember.
The Host?
The Host. Yeah, I think.
Oh, I watched that one too yesterday.
Yeah, that was interesting too.
Quarantine movie watching.
It blew my mind. I did not expect any of it. But it reminded me so much of when I was at the Han River. I was like, oh my God, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it mostly takes place there. So, most of the movies there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's awesome. Yeah, if you have not watched any of the films from Park Chan-wook, I definitely recommend his movies. Old Boy is amazing. I love his movies, especially The Handmaiden. It's probably one of the greatest erotic dramas I've ever seen. It's a beautiful film about what's called an LGBTQ love story. It's a really interesting film. I did a cinema condition episode on that one with one of our past guests. But yeah, no, we're really big fans of Korean cinema here. Parasite, my friend. Michelle, you have yourself a review of Parasite. I want to hear it.
Yes, sorry. My light just went out and I got, whoa, I'm in the whole screen. Hi.
Oh, yeah, because when you do a review here, you get the whole screen.
Nice. I like this. No, I don't. You can see all my imperfections. It's fine.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Okay, so what do you want to know? What about
what did you think about the film? We want to hear your thoughts. This is a fucking podcast that we're devoted mostly to movies.
Well, it's true. It definitely was not what I expected. I think it's the same thing as what Jovanka said, that I was at the beginning, I was laughing, I was having a good time, just watching these people come up with this huge scam that I thought this could actually work. And then suddenly it started changing to this really scary stuff going on. And I just did not expect any of the last parts to happen. It's because when you look at Parasite, the cover of the movie, it looks like it's going to be a scary movie or suspense type of movie. But when I started watching it, I was like, this doesn't look like a suspense movie. It most looks like a comedy. But then towards the end is when it starts getting more of a suspense. And I really, really love that, because I'm the type of person that I was really interested in watching action films, suspense movies, and not so much into comedy. My humor sense is really weird. Sometimes I laugh at really stupid stuff that probably it's probably not even funny, but I laugh at it. And that's why I'm not big a fan of comedies. But this one was just making me laugh the whole time at the beginning. And then towards the end, I was like, what are you guys doing? What's going on? Why is there killing? I don't know what's going on. And then at the end, my face was just like, what did I just watch? But it was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I really recommend everyone watching Parasite. Really, it deserves so much praise. People should definitely watch this movie. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I of course, it was my second favorite movie of the year. I fucking love that movie. And I think that there's a lot of things that Bong is doing in that film that are just incredible. Just the whole production design of the film, and the sets of how it looks, and the fact that most of those sets are CGI, and you're like, what the hell? How did he make that look like an actual place? And just what he's doing, and really just that climax. You're thinking here like, okay, where's the actual about this movie? Am I really watching like a horror film? Because he's done horror before, and you're like, oh shit, no. There's actually like an actual fucking story happening here that's like really gripping at the same time. So I really appreciate what Bong did in that film. I'm glad you liked it. It was about time you watched one of the movies I recommend to you, not just
Muppet. He's just upset because instead of watching the list of movies he recommended, I started watching my anime list. Okay,
remember,
Let's
be real here. Let's be real here.
Forever and ever.
You're rewatching. You know, your Cinderella, your Night Lion
Hey,
King.
that's putting me in my happy place. Leave me alone.
Well, you can sacrifice your happy place so you can watch something new for once.
We're not all like you, Raul. Okay.
If you're
I'm
not
sorry.
watching sad, depressing movies, you're not doing it right.
That's right, Brad. And thank you for agreeing with me. But Brad, have you watched anything as of late?
I watched the Velocipaster.
All right, hold on. Let's go ahead and get this. Our official review of Velocipaster.
Okay. Velocipaster, A Man of the Claw, directed by Brendan Steer from 2018. The only thing I have to say is I laughed at it more than I did Holmes and Watson.
Okay. That's not saying a lot.
That's it. That's all I got.
What is this movie? Like, what is it about? What's going on?
It's basically a B movie. It's basically
it's a
B
pretty
movie? Like the animation B movie?
No. The B movies were a genre of films that actually weren't as big as hugely marketed as an actual theatrically released film.
It's a very low budget movie.
Hold on.
Night your IXF.
It's okay. Good night.
Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again.
Yes.
Your IXF. It's your bedtime. Don't leave, man. Please don't leave. But it's okay. We understand. You can go ahead and finish listening to this on the podcast platforms. You can watch it on YouTube. So search us up on YouTube
and also on Twitch. I mean, there's a recording that's going up.
Watching this on Twitch. So we just thank you for stopping by, your IXF. We really do appreciate you, and we love you. What did I miss?
I like
Velocipaster.
Alex,
I like Yuri.
Please screenshot this.
You say your ISF. How do you pronounce it? Oh, how do you say you guys?
Your IXF.
Your IXF. I like Yuri XF.
Alex, this is what you missed. Please screenshot this. Please.
I don't even know what this show is about.
Wait, is that Alex?
Yeah, that is Alex. Well, not Alex Flores. This is Alex Almea, our wonderful artist who you see does all of these beautiful things up on our stream, and the wonderful person who made every one of our artwork on here on the Nerdcore. Completely rebranded us from looking professional instead of what I proclaimed was a 5-year-old barely learning how to use Photoshop.
I really like the little money. Oh wait, that was Alex too, right? The what was it? The characters that you guys had before.
So Michelle was right. It is Yuri.
Yuri XF. Yeah, but thank you, Yuri XF. That's a lot easier to pronounce. But you go ahead and have a good night. Finish watching this stream. We'll catch you tomorrow at the same time. I'm sorry if it's a little bit late, but this is the only time that it works for us. But if you can, as always, the replay is there on Twitch or on YouTube or on our podcast platforms. And make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram so you can talk with us. We love communicating with you guys. You guys are honestly what gets us through our day. So Nerdcore _ and the Nerdcore on Instagram. So come and talk with us. We really do want to talk with you. I know that. Thank you. Yeah, but Alex, that if you screenshot that, let me know because that's exactly what I want. Because I love taking screenshots from the shows and putting them up on Instagram and being like, "Yep, this is basically what describes the show."
This is what the show is.
This is what the show is. But Brad, the B movies, Michelle, the B movies were just like
very low budget movies, like horribly low budget. Like, I mean, could you technically call Robert Rodriguez's debut a B movie?
100%. It
was only made for $7,000. I'd call it a B movie. It's just a really good B movie.
Yeah, but the B movies were big. They're not that big anymore, but you know.
I mean, like Sharknado. Sharknado is in the genre of B movie.
But is it like purposely low budget, like CGI sharks? Or...
I mean, I don't know if you can say they purposely did it low budget, but if that's all they had, they might have. I know sometimes.
Do you want me to just read you the Wikipedia article?
I mean, I'll just say the Velocipaster is ridiculous in many ways. But then again, it did make me laugh more than Holmes and Watson did. And I know the budget for Velocipaster was way lower than Holmes and Watson.
Yeah. So B movie or B film is a low budget commercial motion picture that is not an art house film. So yeah, usually art house films are actually what's it called, a low budget, but they're not the same thing as a B movie. In its original uses during the golden age of Hollywood, the term more precisely identified films intended for distribution as the less publicized bottom half of a double feature. So you think like straight to DVD stuff like that. Also the B-sides for recorded music. Yeah. Although the U.S. production of movies intended, intended as second features, largely seized by the end of the 1950s, the term B-movie continues to be used in the broader sense of the day. In its post-golden age uses, there's
See, bad CGI sharks. That's what I said.
Yeah. This is kind of a low budget B movie.
Yeah.
But this one is just really good.
Bad CGI sharks. You should definitely watch this movie. It's a movie about bad CGI sharks.
I mean, it is big in Japan. Like the shark with the location on it, the lines on it. That shark is apparently big in Japan.
Hold on. Do you know who we have here right now, my friend?
Jabril
Newton. I need to show what the hell was going on yesterday with Jabril Newton. Oh my God.
Crunchberries.
He's on my crunchberries, dog. So the wonderful Jabril and I host a show called High Flyer Radio where we talk about wrestling and stuff like that, right? Well, Jabril had some words to say on...
Wait, Raul.
Te trabaste todo. I did not hear anything you said, dude.
Wait, Raul. It's Jabril Crunchberries Newton now.
Jabril Crunchberries Newton, 100%. So we host a show called High Flyer Radio where we basically like talk about wrestling. Well, one of the things that was brought about this week was the words of someone named, somebody big in the industry called Jim Cornette. One of the wrestlers has gotten pregnant, and he had some words to say about that. Basically said, why would you want your fiance to get pregnant? Because she, instead of making $1 million a year, and, instead she's going to be at the house for 9 months being, in his words, a nagging bitch. And, well, Jabril had these words to say about Mr. Jim Cornette. I'm just going to go. Hold on.
I did. All I heard was bitch.
Brad, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
It sounded like you were just on. Hold on. It?
Here we go.
She's on my crunch berries.
I mean, Raul, you sounded like you were on your OnlyFans.
She's on my crunch berries, Dawn.
Here it is. This is what happened.
Oh, buddy, you don't know what she's making right now. Seth has been one of the backbones of WWE for years now. You don't know how they're doing financially. Get out of here. Get out of here.
She's
on my crunch berries, dog. Get out of here.
She's on my crunch berries, dog. She's on my crunch berries, dog. Oh, I love you. I love
that was good. You should make what's it called? Record that little piece so you can soundbite. You should do a soundbite of that.
Yeah.
I mean, Raul, just to say, if anybody who's ever seen or knows Jim Cornette knows he's like just a giant asshole.
Oh, he's the biggest fucking
like anyone who doesn't like Orange Cassidy is kind of an asshole. Yeah. Just saying.
Jim Cornette's very and it wasn't the first time that Jim Cornette's been in the controversy. He did say some really fucking racist shit a while ago. And he's also just a fucking asshole, dude. He's got that old school mentality of like, this is how the industry should be, and I'm not gonna change my mind as much as you talk to me about it. And it's people like that kind of ruin the fun for what is the sport of professional wrestling. But yeah, Jabril had that to say, and I laughed my ass off. Even after that clip ends, I'm still like trying to recover from what Jabril says because he got so into it. He had no idea what this was all about, and then he just gets like, she was on my crunch berries, dog. I lost it. But Jovanka, Brad reminded me of something that we do on this show.
Oh boy,
this is your first time, and we have sound bites of like all these things that happen in the show. I want you to guess for me what this sounds like. Can you tell me?
Okay.
All right, but you gotta let me. You gotta be 100% true. You gotta tell me what this sound is. If you don't get it, that's fine. We can stop. But, like you have to tell. None of you better ruin it for her.
Okay.
This is gonna be the sound. It's gonna be going in a 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2. Would you like to hear it again?
I don't know.
It's okay if you don't know. Just take
Play
a
it multiple times. Maybe it'll help. It's the remix.
Oh.
Is that like what the clock ticking thingy and the?
No, it's Jeopardy.
It sounds like a lot of things.
Yovanka, you don't have to. You don't have to get the correct answer. You don't know it. You don't know it. Just give us a wild guess here. What do you think that sound is?
Oh wait! Before you do that roll, thank you, Yuri IXF or Yuri XF.
Yuri XF. Once again, sorry we don't get those notifications here, but thank you so much for the host. That means a lot to us. Let me go ahead and get Jabril in here actually. While you are.
It does kind of sound like Tim the Toolman Allen when you go.
Hey, don't say anything. You gotta let her guess. Just
let her guess.
First thing that pops to your head when you heard that.
It honestly sounds like a fart.
That could possibly be, but that's not.
But then you listen to it, and it sounds like a chair being pulled. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Yuri.
That's the first time I hear a chair being pulled. But you want to hear it again?
I kind of do.
All right. This is the soundbite you need to guess.
That's a big chair.
If you can't guess it, don't worry about it.
It also sounds like somebody snoring.
Here we go.
Yay!
Good job. We'll tell you the story off air because right now joining us on the Nerdcore live show, none other than the co-host of High Flyer Radio, Brill Monger, aka Brill Gates.
Crunchberries.
Brill Monger is here with us. How are you doing, Brill? Can you talk?
You hear us?
Don't tell me I just gave you this wonderful introduction for you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can definitely hear you right now. Yeah. Well, look, thank you for joining us, Brill. And you're joining us just in time because I'm gonna bring up one of the subjects that was that we got to talk. So for those of you who don't know, and this is probably going to be the beginning of what people are going to hate us for. Okay. This week there was confirmed in 2021 the not the Snyder Cut, what is being called Zack Snyder's Justice League will be dropping on HBO Max. For those of you who do not know what Zack Snyder's Justice League is, let me go ahead and give you a good rundown. Zack Snyder was apparently fired from the film and did not get to finish his cut of the film, but he had basically filmed everything that was the movie without VFX. But there was also something that happened during Zack Snyder's life at the moment. He lost his daughter to suicide, and he took time off. There's a conflicting stories that he left because of the tragedy or he was fired. I don't know what to believe, and I'm not gonna completely deny a man's trauma by saying, oh, he got fired, because that's still something really traumatic to go through, to have your daughter, take her life. So then they bring in Joss Whedon, director of films such as, Avengers, Age of Ultron. He also, did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And he basically reshoots the movie, mostly completely reshoots the movie, and he rewrites it. And they basically, WB has them basically create the DC version of Avengers, the first film, and which pissed off a lot of fans. because when the movie comes out, they realize that this isn't the movie that was supposed to be coming out. It's completely Frankenstein of a film, which, if you heard the review of Brad and I, we actually do like Justice League quite a lot. I think it was fun for the most part. It's not good. I'm gonna put it out there. It's not a good movie, but we had fun with it. There was a big majority of fans who felt they needed to raise awareness about this and basically campaigned for these 3 years to get the Snyder cut released of the film. And they did some wonderful stuff, like they would raise money for suicide prevention in the in the name of to honor the life of Autumn Snyder. And now we got our confirmation that the cut was released. And I have some thoughts on this, but I know Brad Brad has some thoughts. Jabril, what's going on? What happened to him? All right, well, whatever. Well, when he comes back, he'll get to talk. But that's basically the rundown of the Snyder Cut, and it was finally revealed that we're going to get that in 2021 on HBO Max. For those of you who don't know what HBO Max is, basically Warner Media's streaming service. So I want to go ahead and get Brad's thoughts on the Snyder Cut, and I don't know if any of you guys care enough to to talk about it, Ivanka and Michelle. But be wary, because you will get people in your fucking mentions on Twitter being fucking pissed at you if you don't say the right thing.
They ain't mentioning me. I wish they would.
Hey, I ain't got Twitter, so I don't care.
Yeah, well, they'll find your Instagram.
Fight me, bro.
Brad,
I don't even accept DM from people I don't know.
Brad, can you give me your thoughts on the whole Snyder Cut situation we got here?
I think they're basically the same as yours. Am I going to watch this movie? Duh. Am I expecting much from it? Nope.
All right.
That's about my thoughts. I mean, is it kind of cool to get another version? I guess, but from what we've seen, I can't say it's going to be a better version.
All right. I mean, that's pretty much that's some good thoughts right there. I want to get thoughts from Jabril here. Jabril, what are your thoughts on the Snyder Cut coming to HBO Max? Jabril? Jabril's internet just hates him today.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear anything. My internet is very, very bad.
Jabril, what are your thoughts on the Snyder Cut coming to HBO Max?
But if it's on the topic of the Snyder Cut, I mean, I'm not gonna not watch it. Like, I'm definitely gonna watch.
All right.
The hype it's gotten so far. I don't have high hopes. I don't have any low hopes. I'm just going in like, let's see if it's better. I enjoyed the original. I didn't think it was amazing. I just enjoyed it, but I just want to see if it lives up to what everybody is, hyping it up to be. That's my biggest.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he's gone.
All right. Thank you, Jabril, for your thoughts.
Thank you. I mean, Michelle, do you have any thoughts on this?
Well,
I'm gonna go last.
You said that Snyder made which other movies?
Snyder or Whedon?
Yeah, no, the one that
Snyder did Man of Steel. Snyder did Batman v Superman. But then again, like I said, the cut that Snyder wanted for BVS is the one you get in the extended edition. That's the one that he wanted.
Yeah.
He's also made Watchmen, Sucker Punch, 300, all those movies.
Oh, Sucker Punch was a trip.
So was Watchmen.
Yeah, it was definitely a trip. Yeah, I think I'm the same. I don't know what to expect because I enjoyed the same. I watched it not too long ago because I think I told you I was watching all the DC movies. Remember? And I watched League, and I really enjoyed it. I love Flash. I love him so much. So I don't know. Maybe if you said that it's gonna have different effects and stuff like that,
visual effects, different coloring.
Yeah, maybe
Darkseid's gonna be in there.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. He has a completely, I guess, different way of filming for sure. So maybe we could just get on once we watch it and stuff. We could probably compare it a little bit as far as.
Oh yeah. We'll be reviewing it in 2021 for sure.
Yeah. but it's gonna come out online, right?
Yeah, through HBO Max. That's going to be the only way you can watch it. Even though I am hoping for a Blu-ray release because, yo, I want to say I own the Snyder Cut. Like honestly, the thing that we thought was the same as Santa Claus, we were like, "There's no way this exists," which I will clear up right now. But
well, that's what I was going to ask. Raul, was the 30 million? Was it true? 30 million was spent on extra VXF.
Mm-hmm. The budget is between 20 and 30 to finish the VFX. The rescoring of the film with the Junkie XL score, hopefully, not the Danny Elfman recoloring and all that stuff. Basically, post-production stuff.
And this one's 3 hours long, right?
Actually, it's supposedly, according to the Hollywood Reporter, it's a 4-hour cut of the film.
Holy!
They're debating whether uploading the whole 4-hour cut or doing a 6-episode miniseries. I have my thoughts. I do not want the miniseries. I want the whole
movie.
I mean that's too much HBO Max and chill though.
I'm still gonna stop it when I gotta go to the restroom or get snacks, but I just don't. I don't like the watching miniseries is like that. Oh, like if it's a movie.
Jovanka, do you have any thoughts on this? It's okay if you don't.
I don't know if you've watched it.
I have some thoughts, but I saw all of the posts on Facebook. I have a lot of friends that have been posting about it, and I didn't really understand it. You cleared up the beginning. I could see all of the images they'd be sharing about the characters and stuff like that, and it looks very interesting. I'm not really big on characters in comics because I don't understand them, not because I don't like them, but it looks very fun. I liked the Justice League. I didn't love it. I did believe there was room for improvement in the movie, especially because my dad always told me, the Justice League was amazing when I was growing up. And I saw it and I was thinking, will he like it? And I'm still debating actually over if we should watch it together because I don't want him to be disappointed. So if he is disappointed, I'm kind of hoping this can be, something to redeem itself.
I think what you should do is watch the original when the Snyder Cut drops, and then you're like, Dad, this is kind of the whole thing that happened. Let me show you the actual version of the film that was the original vision of it, and show him the Snyder Cut. I guess now it's my turn, right?
Turn on the hate.
Before I talk about this, I want to say this is completely my opinion. In no way does this allow you to come at me and scream at me and subtweet me on Twitter and stuff like that?
Yeah, only I'm allowed to fucking do that.
Only he's allowed to do this. Yeah, only
very true.
And the one on the bottom too. He's allowed to do that too.
He's not getting paid by anyone to say this.
I'm not a Marvel chill.
I mean, but if Marvel ever does want to pay us,
I'll gladly take that money.
Yeah. By all means, I got loans. I got a lot back to college. Please,
bro, got kids.
I got kids. Marvel, y'all looking out.
So these are my thoughts. I'm obviously somebody who's really passionate about cinema. It's one of the reasons I'm still alive at the moment. It's the reasons why I am pursuing a career because I love this industry more than anything. I'm very excited to watch this film. I can't wait to watch it. I want to watch everything that's in this. I want to see the original version of this. But I have a very, very bad feeling that this sets a dangerous precedent going forward, especially as somebody who is pursuing a career in the cinematic industry himself. I don't like, and I've been saying this for years. And whether what you feel about this is up to you. These are your own feelings. If I'm hurting them, boo fucking who. I do not think that people have the right to dictate what happens with a film. You as the audience have absolutely zero right to say what a filmmaker is allowed to do with their work at all. I do not like that. I think that is dangerous, and it's something that defeats the purpose of filmmaking and art itself. I want to say that yes, there were really good people who did wonderful stuff in this movement. But there was also people in this movement who were some of the most toxic bullies I've ever seen. Getting mad at other people for having certain, opinions, going after journalists for just posting articles that they're probably told to write, not because they want to write them at all. And I think that those people, if you're not included in this bunch, then good for you. Don't feel the need to get mad at me and say, "Oh, you're generalizing." Then get out of it. Get out of here. You don't worry about it. You're not included in this. I'm obviously not speaking about you, but if you're the people who are bullying people and making them feel bad because they didn't think this cut existed, which by the way, this cut did not exist. This was a rough cut of a film that was not finished yet. When a film is complete is when it is absolutely complete. It has its visual effects done, it has its scoring done, has everything done. Justice League is a actually finished cut of a film because it was finished by the director who was brought in to do it, even though he did a piss poor job. He did finish a film. This cut did not exist. That is why Snyder is receiving $20 to $30 million to finish this cut of a film. So when you say, "Oh, the movie exists," it does not really exist. A rough cut of the film exists. And I've made a lot of rough cuts and I've sent them out. Those are not completed movies. So I think that this will set a very dangerous precedence about directors wanting to maintain their theatrical cut of their film. And I don't like that. I think that, and I love how Jabril just keeps getting out. It's okay. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think the audience should ever have a word in that and what happens. That, my friends, is something that should be negotiated between the director and the studio. That's it. The audience has absolutely no word to say in that. And if you are mad at that, I'm sorry. I'm scared because if in the future, Brad has seen my scripts, Michelle has seen my scripts. If people create some mob and they're like, "Oh, I don't like that Raul's films include this, this, and this," and they do a 3-year campaign to make sure that my films don't include this, and they want to take it off, and ultimately I'm told, "Hey, there's a really big presence on social media that doesn't want you to have these things in your films. We need you to cut it out." I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
We're going Netflix. We're going Netflix.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Oh, or Raul, if you want the actual cut of your film, you can actually put it on the streamer. But the movie that we put in theaters, yeah, that's gonna have to be the safe cut. Hell no. Hell no.
Then why are you even putting it out there if like you're not even putting your own work into it? You're just pleasing people.
Yeah. I'm very happy that Snyder gets to finish his movie. Yes, the artistic integrity of completing your film, that is very important. What I don't like is that fans basically were assholes for so many years, for 3 years, to people who were just voicing an opinion. And yes, a lot of them were being assholes to you, which doesn't make them good people either. They were being assholes. I don't like this whole bullying mentality that we've generated, especially on film Twitter. It's stupid and it needs to stop. But
and you know what else, Ro? You can never make them happy.
No.
Look at Star Wars. Look at the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
that was fan service. That was fan service, and nobody was happy.
They've already released the Ayer cut. Now they want David Ayer's.
They're like, no.
You have no right to ask for whatever it is that you want. I am so sorry. Just like the idiots who wanted to remake The Last Jedi or remake Game of Thrones Season 8. I'm sorry. Boo-hoo. You didn't like the movie? I'm sorry. You have no right.
I mean, unless they put up $200 million and make it themselves.
Yeah. $200 million. I don't think the audience role in cinema is to watch and to criticize. It's never to dictate what happens with a movie.
Yeah. Preach.
And I know that right now my Twitter is either going to be flooded. You can come and talk your shit to me, the Nerdy Chicano on both Instagram and Twitter. Come and talk to me and tell me. I will gladly respond to people who are calmly having a conversation with me. If you're coming here and calling me dumbass or stuff,
block. Mute.
But
thank you. Next.
I'm very happy that Snyder gets to finish the movie. I can't wait to see it because I'm a fan of comics and I love what is supposedly in this film. I just think this sets a dangerous precedent, and I'm allowed to have that opinion. And if you get mad at me, then you get mad at me. But I just like I respect the opinions of those in the movement and what they were talking about. I hope you respect mine. Hopefully, you don't get mad at me. But that's just my thoughts on that. I hope I don't get shit on. I really don't.
I mean, even if you do, that's your opinion, and I think everyone around here at least agrees with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like studios are going far too over for fan service, and they're getting in the director's way of actually making a good film.
And I hope nobody thinks that I'm a big fan of studios. I've already said it. Sometimes studios can be, not the way to go. That's why a lot of filmmakers seem to be wanting to self-finance their own movies and be the one to have the words on their movies. Which is, I'm not here saying, oh, WB was right. WB was not right about what happened. What WB should have done was delay the film and wait for the man to finish his film, because the man went through a very, very, very tragic thing. I can never.
Sorry for laughing, Ro. Just it wasn't anything you were saying. It was the comment. I just wanted to bring that before you bring up the tragedy, Zack Snyder's life.
My kid's hogging the wife.
Pobrecito.
It's okay, Jabro. It's okay.
You're good. You're good.
It was a very tragic thing that happened. WB should not have done what they did. And WB basically wanted to create a Marvel movie for themselves, which doesn't work for WB's DC universe. It doesn't. And as somebody, before you come in and say, oh, he probably loves the Marvel movies, I don't like those movies.
He's not getting paid, remember?
There's like at least 10 of them that I thoroughly enjoy. The rest, I think they're freaking trash. I'm not a shill. I'm not a shill at all.
And anyone who even wants to say he's a Marvel shill, the man hates Thor Ragnarok. And I absolutely love Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I hate him.
He hates Thor Ragnarok for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate any movie except for like riding the bullet and stuff like that. But
riding the bullet deserves to be.
And Venom.
Well, yeah, Venom's another thing. Yeah, Venom was absolutely fucking trash.
Let's not get into Venom.
Let's not get into that. We have to do a comment.
Going back, it's the same thing that happened with Sonic. Like how so many people were complaining about how Sonic was looking and how ugly it looks and how they should change it. And now it's it's probably not a completely different movie, but it's not what the artist or like the director wanted from the beginning. I mean, like
but to play devil's advocate, that was a really horrible looking Sonic.
It was a very scary, weird looking Sonic.
But what were your thoughts on that Sonic?
No, it was so ugly. I really you can't pay for that.
I mean, anyone who grew up with the video games and the cartoon, that wasn't Sonic. That was some man hunchback beast.
You can't say it's cute. There's no you can't look at it and be like, okay, I kind of see the appeal of it. There's no appeal.
No.
So I think that was a good decision.
That was my same opinion. The fans had no right to do that. You get whatever you're going to be handed to you. I'm sorry. You have your right to criticize that work. Of course. That's what film appreciation and criticism go hand in hand. A movie cannot be released without having criticism. And the criticism is valid. But the crowd, the audience had no right to say, "Oh, remake this because I don't like it." That's not the way this works. That's not the way this should work. Alex says, they tried to do the same shit with our Pats and Zoe. Yeah. And this is my fear, that those people who were bullying the people, they're going to be like, oh, this was really great. Why don't you go back to this? And this is the story. Fuck Robert Pattinson, fuck Zoe Kravitz, who want to be Batman and Catwoman. Get them off. We don't want that. And they'll campaign for years and be like, no, don't let Matt Reeves make his second movie if he were to get his second movie. That's what I don't want. I don't want them to do it. And I know.
And I'll just bring up back in the day, before Batfleck became a thing, we were all shit talking that. Me included. Like I didn't think Ben Affleck could act. I mean, let's face it, I'd probably watch Jiggly or something. But anyways, then we get one of the best Batmans in my opinion out of Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Love Ben Affleck.
Just under Michael Keaton for me.
Yeah. But then again, the Zoe Kravitz thing, it's a little bit more on the racist side because people were just like, black woman, whatever. Shut the
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Being dumbasses. I think that, first of all, Zoe Kravitz is probably one of the most attractive women ever. Her mom.
Raul has something for black women.
I mean, and then you think of the cat suit, and Raul's just like, I'm front row right there. Opening day. Seen it 3 times.
Robert Pattinson is Batman, and Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman. That's basically bisexual culture right there, bro. Yeah, it's bisexual culture. Okay, so
Shine bright like a diamond.
So yeah, I'm very scared for what this means, and I'm seeing people already like, oh, release the Ayer cut, please stop.
No, just no. Like I said, unless you can bring up $200 million and make it yourself, then no. Like this is what you get. This is what the studio gives you. Take it or leave it. You can criticize it all you want, but you can't call on them to like make a whole nother fucking movie and retcon it.
Yeah, because now what I think is gonna be like, oh man, this is the greatest thing to grace cinema. Why don't we go back to that? And they'll be like, DC's like, please make this the new universe. Please make this what we have to watch now. We don't want Robert Pattinson as Batman. We don't want Black Adam. We don't want any of these other movies that are coming out. We want Justice League, the Snyder version to come back, and all this the story that you guys have planned. Like, no, WB has regained the trust of people after Justice League. They put out Aquaman. Whatever your thoughts are on that, right? People liked it. They put out Shazam, which was great.
Only you liked Aquaman.
Shazam was great. They put out Birds of Prey, and people loved those movies. They didn't go out to see them as much, but then again, it was the starting of a damn pandemic. You were expecting people to go to the movies.
But honestly, you think about it, compared to what the budget for Justice League was, like the Joker, no budget.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Birds of Prey, no budget really.
Oh, Birds of Prey was amazing.
Yeah, Birds of Prey had like I believe a 75 to 150 budget, which justified. I understand why.
But for a Harley Quinn and the DC Universe movie, that ain't much of a budget.
Exactly. So I'm scared what comes after 2021. What's going to be the conversation, because people know we have the Batman coming up. We have Aquaman 2, Shazam 2, The Flash, and Black Adam. That's our 5 movies that we are supposed to have coming up. We have some stuff rumored like a Supergirl movie and stuff like that. Ooh. What I'm thinking is like, these people are going to love this, and they're going to be like, this is what we want to come back to, and they're going to start it all over again, bullying people online and basically doing all this thing. And I hope I'm very happy.
And he's gone.
He's so happy he left.
I'm happy that people raise. I'm happy people raise money for suicide prevention. That is a thing that it's very important to me. I'm glad that people raise money for that, and I'm glad that they put that, because that's important. I'm glad that Zack Snyder gets to finish his movie. But I think all of us, especially those in the movement, I think we need to move on after this. I think that this is WB saying, we fucked up. We're giving you the movie that we should have released. We hope that we can all move on after this. And that's it.
Yeah, because then it's just going to set a precedent for people to say, oh, since we got what we wanted this time, maybe next time we don't like a movie or something, we can do it again, and they'll listen to us. Yep. And that's just going to defeat the whole purpose of people doing their movies. I mean, what you want to direct your own movie, then you go to school, you study all this stuff and work through it to make your own movie. Don't be bullying other people to do what you want.
That's my thing. And they're like, oh, you want to remake it? How about you write the script? How about you direct the movie? How about you produce it? How about you put the money for it? How about you do the editing and everything? You care so much about this. And I hope, and this is the one thing, if we're talking about artistic integrity here, I hope this movement realizes that there's something else at the forefront that needs to be talked about. There's directors of color not getting the amount of opportunities they should be getting to make their movie. There is also the fact that independent films are not being promoted at the same length that they should be filmed. We should move the focus now after 2021. We should be fighting for the other artistic integrity that's in this industry, which is making sure that those who aren't at the level of a blockbuster film are still getting the attention they deserve and being able to be promoted on that same level. Because it's cool that we get this, but there's other issues that we could use that mob-like attention from in the industry. What did Jabril say? They got y'all laughing. Let me see.
I mean, before you go to there, I'm just saying they can easily bring back Ben Affleck as Batman. They just bring him back as old crotchety Frank Miller Batman.
Yeah, agreed. Got to get that Rise of Skywalker cut. Release the Abrams cut. Release the Abrams. Yeah, I'm not opening that can. All right. We have gone overtime. We didn't even get to do our commercial break, but what's it called? I got to talk about Tenet. But Jovanka, I really went a passionate film lover there. But sometimes we get serious here. Sometimes we do get serious here.
Yeah. Ask her about the post she put out about the series that's coming up on Netflix that we both really, really love. Ask her about it. It's because there's they're gonna put out this new thing. Oh well.
Is it The Witcher and Henry Cavill's butt?
No, it's
okay.
I don't know if it's a rumor. You posted it, and I saw several other people putting it out that they're gonna add Sakura Card Captor to Netflix. Yeah. I don't even know if you know. It's an anime.
I'm very active on Facebook. I post a lot of things, and half of the time I don't know what I post.
You guys should see all her posts. They're so funny.
Well, I'll certainly add you after this one.
Yeah, I have quality memes.
Yeah, well,
that's what we need in this.
I get praised a lot.
Yeah.
That's my
yeah.
It's supposed to come back on Netflix. They're gonna put it up, and I don't know what month actually, but I saw it was confirmed. So
it is. It's gonna come out. Oh my god!
I've seen the news only in Spanish, so I don't know if it's available. It's gonna be available over there. So,
has anyone here watched Netflix's High Score Girl? It's another anime.
High Score Girl.
Yeah. How many different Batman actors we got? We got a lot. I mean, you've got
you got George Clooney with the bat nipples. You got Michael Keaton, who is original.
Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney,
bat nipples.
Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, Lego Batman.
Lego Batman. Oh yeah.
He's got a name with the voice, but we don't know what that is right now.
Will Arquette.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Will Arquette. What was his name? 66 Batman. He just died. He recently died too.
Oh no.
I know.
Adam West.
Adam West.
Mayor Adam West in Family Guy.
My favorite, Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy from the Batman the Animated Series. That's one of my favorites. And I believe there's another one that we don't know.
Batman Beyond. You have Terry McGinnis, whatever his. I don't know who the voice of that is.
David Mazouz, who was a young Bruce in Gotham. Yeah, but look, I mean, here we got all of them right here. Robert Pattinson.
And then Joker, young Bruce. Technically not Batman though, but will be Batman.
Will Arnett was the Lego Batman. I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
Not Arquette.
Yeah, Ben McKenzie from Batman Year One. Josh Hutcherson, who was the Justice League Batman in the animated.
All right. I think we just say a lot.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of Batmans.
Wait, Jason Sudeikis? Oh, Jason Sudeikis plays Batman in a movie 43. I don't want to talk about that movie. God, no. God, no. I'm not talking about that.
What's the anime's name? Oh, the one that we were talking about or the one that Brad was talking about?
I think Brad.
Anime name on Netflix is Hi, Score, SCORE, Girl, GIRL.
Watch Sudoku Girls.
What is it? What anime is a good starter? I mean, Cowboy Bebop's always a good one.
Sakura Card Captor.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Full Metal Alchemist, Trigun, Samurai 7.
I'm currently watching Tokyo Magnitude 8.0.
Yes!
Of Michelle. I really like that first episode. I haven't watched the second one, but
it's really good. It hits you.
I don't know if I would call Akira the movie a good starter. I mean, that is one of the best anime movies. I might wait for that one though.
I think it's important to watch that when you're starting because you have to understand what brought anime to the United States.
Oh, I know a good starter, Grave of the Fireflies.
That's a movie though.
It's a very sad movie.
It's the
most depressing movie ever made.
Jovanka,
unless you're Raul and you like to suffer and then watch Grave of the Fireflies.
Yolanda, what's your starter that you want to recommend?
Oh my god, I've been watching. My first one was Sakura Card Captor,
Yes.
and that was my first one when I was around 6. But if you are very like girly like myself, you can watch Iron High School Host Club. I love it and I live for it, and that's a
That
really
actually
good
is
one.
a really good anime.
It's a really, really, really good one. I cry over it. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon is always good.
Yu Yu
I don't know.
Hakusho, that's a good one. Tenchi Muyo, a bunch of those.
Seven Deadly Sins is also a fun one.
Oh yes, Seven Deadly Sins.
My Hero's a pretty good one too.
Sword Art Online. I really liked it. I think
Punch
it
Man.
should. Oh, One Punch Man. Yeah.
I mean, if you
Attack on Titan.
like filler episodes, any Dragon Ball, any Naruto.
Yeah, love Naruto for the rest of my life. But if you do want to watch it, I have a list of the episodes to skip that have nothing to do with, like, they're just a bunch of filler episodes.
You mean you don't want her to watch? You mean you don't want her to watch the episode where Rock Lee gets drunk?
Dude,
No, that's a watch episode.
There's some good ones. There's some good filler episodes, but like the one of Robo Naruto or something like that, and the Shippuden, I was like, dude, this got nothing to do.
Or when they try to find out what's under the mask of Kakashi.
Yeah, like that episode. Like
I like that filler episode.
It's a funny episode to watch. Like, oh wow, it actually gets me thinking, but it just doesn't. Like, it has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah. Well, we got to start wrapping up here soon. So I want to talk about Tenet and go and finish up here because I am checking the time and we're almost done here, even without a commercial break. I'm sorry. But, Brad, the internet, well, not the internet, film Twitter exploded this weekend. Well, not this weekend, yesterday. We got the second trailer to Christopher Nolan's next film. If you don't know who Christopher Nolan is, he is the director of movies such as the Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Interstellar, and one of my favorites of him, Memento. He dropped the second trailer for his next movie, Tenet, starring John David Washington, Elizabeth Debicki, Robert Pattinson. And funny thing, it debuted on Fortnite, by the way.
Yeah, that was weird. That's a weird way. Like, let's get all the 12-year-olds on this movie.
Hey man,
how did they debut on Fortnite?
They had like drive-through. From what I saw, the screenshots, it was like drive-through theater kind of type, and they just stood there watching what was ever on the screen.
Interesting.
Yeah, they've had concerts before on Fortnite. Travis Scott played a concert on there. They've done a lot of cool stuff on Fortnite.
I've never played Fortnite.
It's been confirmed. It's been confirmed that Nolan is going to premiere one of his films on Fortnite for people to watch on there.
Yeah, because that's how Nolan wants you to watch his movies.
Yeah. He hates the streaming, but hey, might as well put a video game, right? But we got our second trailer, and wow. So whoever thought that this movie was about the time travel, you're completely wrong. It's not about time travel.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson comes out. Elizabeth Debicki.
Oh, and if you want to know more about John David Washington, you can watch him in Ballers on HBO. That's actually a really good show to see him in. Yeah, you can see him in that. He is the son of Denzel Washington, so apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, this trailer looks freaking incredible.
I mean, if you want to get my thoughts, roll, it's like The Matrix and Westworld Season 2 had a baby, and it's Tenet.
And the spy thriller version and the spy thriller vibe of James Bond and all that stuff. So Nolan is coming in hot with another one. I mean, this looks like he put that $250 million budget to work, huh?
You think?
Yeah.
Like he is ramming a plane into a building on the ground.
Yeah.
For some reason,
and for people who don't know, he actually did blow up a hospital in The Dark Knight. That shot where Heath Ledger's Joker actually blows up the hospital, that was not a special effects. That was a real hospital that he blew up.
Well, and that was
what?
That was that. And actually, that whole thing went wrong. That's why Joker is just doing this the whole time because it didn't blow up on the first try.
Yeah, he's actually surprised.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
luckily they just kept rolling through it as he's like And he's like,
He
oh
actually
shit.
turns around. He's just like looking at them, and then he just like himself and runs away.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, so they only had one chance because, of course, they only have one hospital to do that, to make sure that they get that right. And actually, there's another story about Inception. So if you've ever seen Inception, there's this one thing that explodes as well on the cliff. Nolan didn't like the way that first shot happened, so they had to rebuild that set on the cliff, exploded again. Exploded, so they did it a third time. He didn't like it that third time, and on the fourth time that he reconstructed that set is when he finally liked that shot. Imagine blowing up a set 4 times.
I mean, that's like Tarkovsky, but times 4.
I feel bad for the people rebuilding the set 3 times.
I'm pretty sure they got a really good, nice check because you know that budget is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
surprised. If you had to rebuild something 4 times, I might as well got paid.
I mean, that's why they use CGI quite a bit, so they don't have to do that.
Nolan is a fan of a practical. He doesn't like the CGI.
Yep.
Which is,
so how many planes do you think he used?
I can't wait to hear that story. I can't wait for the director's
I
commentary.
blew up 5 planes.
At 8 buildings.
Yeah. So this looks amazing. I am so ready for this movie. What really caught me off was the fact that we don't have a date. It said coming to theaters, and that's it. No date. Originally, our date is July 17th for it to premiere. But because of the pandemic, we don't know whether or not this is going to keep its July 17th date. My thoughts is that if it comes out on July 17th, I'm still not watching that movie premiere. I am waiting to November to see if everything calms down, if the virus has not struck harder in the fall for me to go back to the movies. But Brad did bring up something that was interesting. Brad brought up a hybrid. He said they should release it in theaters, but they should also release it on VOD so you can have people watching from home as well. But you also have the people who want to go to the theaters, and then you re-release it next year in those 70 millimeter formats and the IMAX and all that stuff.
Well, the thing with that though, I think, because I was listening to, because I do listen to other podcasts too. I was listening to this other
cheating
podcast.
on us, Michelle.
Sorry,
cheating on us.
News that or was it you guys? No, it was some other podcast. That the theaters. Or like the producers and stuff that wanted to release the movies online and stuff, if that came out better, then they wouldn't want to start putting them out in the theaters.
But the thing is, and I don't give a shit about award show, and me and Raul have already gone for this, but for movies to be in the category or in the running for awards, they have to be released in theaters.
They have to be released in theaters.
At least 90 days.
What about drive-thrus? Like,
that could count. Drive-thrus could make a comeback.
Yeah, I definitely would love to do that. Like if the theaters started doing like the drive-through theaters where it's like that big screen and stuff, I wouldn't mind going out to the movie.
I'm of the opinion that theaters as we know it, they were already coming to an end, in my opinion, and we were getting more and more of like the dine-in theaters, the ones that serve alcohol and food. Theaters were going to become a luxury, in my opinion.
Oh, it's not like that over here.
Yeah, because in Mexico, unless you go to the VIP ones and all that stuff.
I mean, ours had beer.
Oh man.
Well, the VIP in Mexico, Cinépolis VIP and Cinemark. Cinépolis y Cinemex have VIPs that cost the same thing as the regular theater here. Aquí sí, valen como 200 pesos, right? It's like 200 pesos or 300 pesos something, depending around there. It's like $25. I mean, now the dollar is like super high, so it's probably not even that. But they do let you buy alcohol and all that stuff, but who knows?
Well, look, whether this keeps its date, we're still yet to see. I'm pretty sure WB is having conversations. What I heard and the rumor that I read was that if Tenet were to be delayed, it'll take the August date of Wonder Woman 1984 and Wonder Woman 1984 would move up to December's date of Dune, and then Dune would move up to the summer. I think that's a terrible idea, but
Dune is not a summer movie.
Dune is not a summer movie. Dune is not a summer movie.
Dune is a winter movie when there's no Star Wars or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially if Avatar 2 comes out in the winter next year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Raul is really looking forward to watching Avatar too.
I mean, we're gonna go see that just to talk shit on James Cameron like usual.
Yeah. Well, I have to have valid criticism. I can't have that without.
I mean, you can't have a Venom every year.
Yeah. But look, I'm really excited. I hope that this movie does come out. But if it comes out in July, I'm not watching until November, and that's what I've said. And I miss the movies more than anything. But I'm not about to risk my life to go out there and watch the film. Even though I'm a big fan of Nolan, I'm a big fan of his films. It's just not worth the risk right now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, guys.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wear your masks. Even if you're a Karen and don't want to do it because, oh my God, man, the slightest inconvenience is depression, apparently.
Do you think we could show that video?
I don't know, bro. But that was a pretty funny video. That was pretty funny.
Y'all want to see Karen get tased?
I like the one that they recently they did one where
put it. I wanna see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
The lady was obviously in front of a black man in his vehicle, and she was saying how she was running him over and he wasn't even moving the car and everything, and she's calling out to her husband who was called Mike, and then they cut in the video of Michael Jordan from The Last Dance listening to music like. It was like. And I was like, the internet is relentless. I love that Twitter is free. I love that Twitter is free. But look, we've reached the end, and I want to thank everybody for joining us here. Yuri XF for being the first listener, Jabril for coming in, Zan Zone, of course, Alex, thank you for coming on and talking with us, and also being around here to get that wonderful screenshot. I want to thank our guests who came on today. Yovanka, did you enjoy what happened here?
Yeah, I love talking. And listening.
You didn't want to come back?
I'd like to be invited and not, tricked.
Not forced on. Not forced on. Pushing the spotlight.
To be fair, I did say, let your friend know if she wants to come on that she's invited to the show. That was her message to relay.
You were invited. I just did not relay the message exactly the same, so please don't shoot the messenger.
I was very strict.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you were here and that you were able to experience this in your first time ever being on something like this.
Eden956. Thank you for joining in at the very last moment.
Oh, Eden956.
What Eden956 says, G-tricked? I don't know what that means, man. But sure, G-tricked. Michelle, thank you for coming on and talking about all this stuff with us and having a good time. We really do appreciate it. As always, you ladies can let them know where they can find you on the internet. If you don't want them to find you, then don't worry. Don't say anything.
Go. Yeah, you go first.
Well, you can find me on Twitter, or I don't use Twitter though, but you can. Or Instagram, like Zombies Attack Us. That's my favorite username. And
now you have the same precedence as Michelle here. If you're not following either me or the Nerdcore, you're not gonna follow them back.
Yeah, dude. Nope. I won't let anyone follow me again. Please stop sending me requests. I'm not gonna add you if you don't follow the Nerdy Chicano or the Random Germ. Like, I will not, because I don't know who you are.
Y'all could just be a bunch of random weirdos who don't even watch us.
You could be trying to send Michelle over here a dick pic. That's just not.
No.
Dude, it's 2020. That just needs to stop.
Yeah,
nobody wants to see that.
God, I've never heard of a
Except
woman.
Raul wants all your dick pics.
Bro, I've never heard of a woman who got a dick pic and said, "You know what? I'm fucking horny right now. Thank you for sending me that."
You are the one I want to marry. Yes. This is so romantic.
Christ, I love that. God, I love that 2 inches.
I gotta put it on a. I gotta take it on a portrait jam.
Wow.
Zoom into that shit.
Your girth is absolutely amazing. Can you send more of that?
Can you put a ruler on it? I need to see.
Yeah. Wow, your head looks like that. That's a lot of smegma on it, man. But
Oh my God.
you know, yeah, I've never heard of a single woman who said, "You know what I want today to get on my inbox? A fucking dick pic, please. Just send me." I've never heard of a single woman who said,
Yeah, no,
"Right, you need to stop
no,
that.
thank you.
You need to stop that there." Come on.
So if you're not going to send dick pics and you're gonna follow them before you start following me, my Instagram is _Michelle with 2 E's, Ochoa OCHOA with 2 A's. And yeah, that's it.
If you follow her and you're not following us, I'm gonna feel very betrayed. Eden 956 has not followed us on Twitter or Instagram.
But she is on Twitch and she is active on Twitch. So what more do you want, Raul?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Still don't know who Eden 956 is, but yeah.
I mean, we can't know everyone.
I do want to say though, I
956 is the valley, dude.
Yeah, no, they did say they're from McAllen. So you know, what's it called? Alex did send me a really funny message. I'm gonna have to save that for tomorrow if Alex does want me to talk about that message. But you know, it was pretty funny, and you know, Alex has given me advice on how to start hoeing around. So you know.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah. As always, Brad, where can they find you, my friend?
Random Germ 101 everywhere or tillbrand.com.
Or onlyfans.com/randomgerm101, right?
Actually, I changed it to onlyfans.com, the Bearded Wonder. Or or you can go to my second account, onlyfans.com/helicopterdick.
Helicopter dick. Oh my God. You're not gonna want to come back, Yovanka. You see, it's hiding from you today.
I taken a box from Lonely Island.
It's my
You're a hoe, Raul. I
mean, he wants to be.
I would like to be.
Yeah.
I owe it to myself to start hoeing around a bit.
If you read half the scripts, you realize this man wants to be a hoe.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Raul, you gotta start putting your movies out there so people realize you're inner hoe.
Money.
There's so much foot fetish that Tarantino would blush.
That's not true. First of all, that's not true. But
it's 50 Shades of Raul right there.
As always, you can find me at the Nerd Chicano on both Instagram and Twitter. Please don't add me on Facebook. I'm not going to add you back. Unless you're like a friend of mine, like, you know, like Nikki. Yovanka over here can follow me because she knows Michelle. But if you're a viewer and you add me on Facebook, please don't do that. I've had countless people do that, and it breaks my heart to hit that decline button. I'm not about to add you on Facebook. Sorry.
I don't even think I added Raul on Facebook.
You do have me on Facebook. You've liked my posts here and there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was a long time where I did it.
Yeah, you asshole. As always, you can find everything on the Nerdcore right down there. You look at, I'm sorry, wrong one. Right down there. Look at that. thenerdcore.com. That's
why are you just pointing at Michelle? What are you doing?
Dude, what's wrong?
I'm gonna go a little bit down. Look.
Whoa! Watch your hands.
Here, right there. I'm
Get your hand out of the
it.
cookie jar.
Okay.
There ain't no cookies here for you, dude.
Yeah. All right. Nerdcore.com.
Yeah, we can do a little.
Do a heart. There you go.
Wait, wait.
You know what, Brad? You want to do something? I was gonna do the butt thing. I was like,
I don't know how to even do this.
Just get there.
Yeah.
You're ruining it. You know?
Well, look, that's where you can find everything, and we want to thank.
Hey, Ro, it's the size of you. What?
Oh, you son of a bitch. We're gonna talk after.
Take a screenshot of that.
Wow. I wanna. Well, Alex can go
So
back when you're trying to do that. But yeah, that's where you can find everything: written content, podcast, social media. You want to write us an email and tell us about what you want us to talk about? You can do that too. Our information's on there. Everything is found there. You can go and find that. You can find the Nerdcore on Twitter at the Nerdcore _, Instagram at the Nerdcore. Our Facebook group is the Nerdverse, the official Nerdcore group. You can go in there and talk about movies and all that stuff. And as always, I want to give a huge shout out to the people who support us on Patreon. You want to find out how to become a patron? Down there, right down there.
Stop pointing at me, dude. I'll point for you. Here.
Become a patron at www.patreon.com/thenerdcore to get a lot of exclusives. Like, I think there's like 300 plus exclusives on there already. And we've only had this for like a year and a half. You can go find all that wonderful stuff there. You want to watch live streams early for the Nerdcore podcast? That's where you go. You want to get a mini pod exclusive every week, an exclusive episode just for you? You go there. You want to get my nipple? You want to get my nipple in your inbox? Go to the $100 tier, and you'll get it right there. But that's where you can go help us out like that. If you can't, it's okay. We do want to give a big shout out to those who help us out and our producers. We love our producers, and we love our associate producers and executive producers. I'm still working on the video. Sorry, guys. Time gets the best of me sometimes, but I will have a video up soon that has a thank you with all the names of the patrons and the social medias of the executive producers and the associate producers. So I want to thank you all so much for that. And as always, if you can't help monetarily, there are ways you can help us out by not putting in $1, like following us on twitch.tv/thenerdcore or subscribing to our YouTube channel and leaving a like on this video right here. And there's a third way as well.
I don't know it.
Go to the Apple Podcast feed or our Stitcher feed and leave us a review on there. It helps out us, get sponsorships, letting people find the show. And at 150, we're allowed to submit the show for consideration to be considered as critics for Rotten Tomatoes. And who doesn't want Brad to be an official critic for Rotten Tomatoes? I just want to hear Brad's thoughts on Venom, and then Bradley
Fuck this
Simmons.
Shit, I'm out.
Bradley Simmons, the Nerdcore publication. So please do that. Without further ado, it's been a lot of fun. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're bringing on Megawave tomorrow. Michelle and Mike Diglo, a.k.a. the Karate Kid from Megawave, are going to come on. And I hope they perform a song for us here. So hopefully Michelle's watching live tomorrow, and hopefully Yovanka's watching live tomorrow. So without further ado, it's been a lot of fun. As always, it has been the Nerd Chicano, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Brad, will you please send them out?
All right, Ro. Thank you for being the host as always. Thank you to Michelle and Yovanka for being great guest hosts and joining in on this madness, even though Yovanka, you were forced. We hope you still had a fun time and we'll come back.
And Jabril. Thank you, Jabril, for coming on.
And Jabril for in and out of there. Sorry for your internet connection. Take your kids' toys away. And anyways, thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. Tune into us tomorrow. What the fuck are we talking about, Ro?
The text Alex sent.
Who the hell cares what we're talking about tomorrow, bro?
Where we just spout more bullshit. All right, Young Yoda out.
All right, guys, you guys know the drill. You wait after the music ends because there's always a special treat. It's a good time, my friends. Yeah. Remember, wait. There's always a special treat. There's going to be 2 special treats this time. Love that music. Even though it probably sounds terrible right now. Come on, dance, Yovanka. We hope everybody loved the bullshit today. We're probably going to get our Twitter flooded. Make sure to keep it real.
I got you, motherfuckers.
Hold on, there's one more. Just love sucking people and then